Ellie,
Ethan,
what have we just witnessed?
I don't know, but I'm a bit excited
Why are you excited?
because it could possibly mean that the new Terminator movie is going to be quite good.
Do you think we should hit the music?
Play it!
Come on, go!
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy stranger to me.
I'll be back.
So, oh, don't ruin it. Don't start pressing your buttons yet, woman. It is episode... Well, actually, it's not an episode number. It's a bonus episode.
Bonus.
Boop, 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 Mr. Bonus. Yes, bring us a bonus. Oh, fuck. I blew it.
Boner would have been
We'll
better.
get to work.
Hello.
Hello.
We have a special bonus episode that Ethan has literally just sprung upon us.
Yeah, we were going to plough through the fucking Terminator for one more time. Ugh, God, it's getting a bit of a slog. Not that the Terminator's a bad film, of course. I just,
I feel like I'm warming up. I'm getting better as I go.
We are getting better. I think the shows did pick up around 30. I don't think that's the fault of Joe not being around at the moment.
Yeah, fuck you, Joe.
He don't listen to this anyway. But yeah, until he's,
Doesn't even like Terminator.
until he's available again, it's just
Once
Clint
he puts the king down.
Clint Eastwood and Gene Hackman. Yeah, it was going to be episode 38.
But
Which was minute 76, which is 1 minute. No, I forgot it. An hour and 16 minutes.
leave the maths. It's
the
fine.
motel. I don't know. But then we saw an article saying James Cameron, director of Terminator 1 and 2, Judgment Day,
He rates Terminator.
he just come out on the internet, cheeky bugger, and said Terminator 3 and 4 are a crock of shit. And Terminator GenisYs is respectful of the original films. It's good. He liked the film.
No, it actually does. It's changed my opinion. From the trailer, I thought, oh, fuck, this is going to be terrible. But with some questionable kind of CGI kind of...
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
Not to be racist, because we're not on this show. Well, a little bit. The Asian T-1000
Yeah, I don't get that
scary.
either. I don't get it.
Not that you can't be Asian in a T-1000.
That's not being quite respectful of the first.
You can be anything.
Second movie.
What?
I don't think that's necessarily being respectful of the second movie.
What, you think they should have got like leathery Robert Patrick?
No, but maybe someone that looks a little bit like Robert Patrick.
Yeah, but who would you get?
I don't know. Has he not got a love child somewhere
Well,
that got into acting?
in
Are you him?
No, despite being an acting, I'm really.
Actually, no.
acting.
You'd be really good as like a Conan the Barbarian love child.
You think?
Yeah, definitely.
No, you don't watch Game of Thrones.
No, I
I
don't.
get called Khal Drogo, didn't I? At that party. It's like you look like Drago.
Could be worse. You could look like Hoggle from Labyrinth.
Yeah, that's you. the rotten head, the animatronic 20-year-old rotten head of Hoggle, not Hoggle himself.
Hoggle after an acid attack.
But we digress.
We do. So,
Yeah, he said Terminator GenisYs is good, which is good news, I guess.
I think that's amazing news considering he was the one that created the first two movies and they're fucking awesome. They're the only ones I actually like.
All right.
So if he's giving it the all go and he actually genuinely looks quite excited and quite enthralled by
Well,
it.
first
Does that
of
mean
all-
he's seen the movie then?
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
Are you actually serious?
No!
He's just said I've seen the film and I really liked it. First of all, let's break
Merely
it down.
practical joking.
We've got James Cameron in what can only be described as a paisley plaid shirt.
It's terrible.
In England, if you're not an English listener, in England, I guess there's a theme in men's shirts at the moment. If you're between 45 and 60,
They're just bad.
bad
It's
floral
the
shirts.
James May look, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you get Top Gear in America, don't you? And Australia, yeah. James May, Jamie Clarkson, the other one.
Hammond dresses fine. It's
No,
May.
he doesn't.
Hammond dresses fine.
Oh, dude, I'm going to show you some Hammond pictures in a bit.
Oh,
Not
God.
during the show. 'Cause it
Not
will
final
interrupt it.
pictures.
Not final pictures. Having said that, talking of final pictures, how bad does Tim Curry look? Oh my god.
Dude, every time you do this to me, you've ruined Patrick Swayze for me. God rest his dead soul. Who else have you ruined?
No, the soul's eternal.
You tried
Let's not
to
get into that
ruin
on a
Mark.
Terminator
You tried to
episode.
ruin Mark. What's
Morton
name?
Harkett from
Morton
Aha.
Harkett for me. You've ruined
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
I think Tim Curry's the crown of the. There's not really a trilogy yet. I think I can have Swayze.
So, dude, I'd
I
never
can-
seen those photos,
I
and
can
for
have
me,
Tim Curry.
he was just Point Break and fucking Ghost and Dirty Dancing. No one puts Baby in the corner. You fucking did, you fucking prick. It's unreal. Do not ever Google
Well, as
Patrick
we're on-
Swayze's last moments. 'Cause
No.
just...
It's Patrick Swayze Final Pictures.
Yeah, but if you actually type in Final Pictures, is that what comes up?
Having said that, you weren't even a fan of the Swayze dog.
I was. You showed me Point Break, granted, but I loved Ghost.
And I showed you, what's the other one? Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, actually,
You-
yeah,
I
two great
said watch
movies.
Roadhouse.
I hadn't seen those, but it made me love him more. But then afterwards, I was like, oh my god, he say this, he say that, and you went, oh yeah,
Look at this.
you.
Silverman. And then
He looked
the
like
other
he
day,
saw that
Tim
war.
Curry. Oh my god.
I know, it's devastating. He had a stroke last year. I had no idea.
No, well, I knew he had a stroke, but I thought he was like, oh, he just, he sometimes you have a stroke and you're okay. I always assumed Tim Curry would be okay.
I've just got that.
He looked like someone impersonating Tim Curry in the wheelchair of what's the doctor in Rocky Horror?
Frankenfurter.
No. The
Oh,
one who's in the chair like
okay,
Sigmund Freud.
Oh, what's his name? Dr. Scott.
Yeah, he's in Dr. Scott's wheelchair,
Oh,
and he's like some like Xerox of Tim Curry. Like have you seen Multiplicity with Michael Keaton?
No.
And he clones himself.
Oh no, I have.
But
No,
instead of
that's the man
cloning
with two
himself, he
brains.
takes clones of clones, and every time there's a copy of a copy, it obviously gets weaker and weaker.
Oh,
That's how we used to tape stuff on like VHS back in the late 80s and 90s.
Oh, and you'd get those kind of like fracture
crack
lines
marks,
coming
yeah,
through,
tracking.
yeah.
So yeah, we've got James Cameron, who could be in the final picture stages of his career because he looks very underweight, doesn't he?
How old is Cameron?
I'm assuming.
Oh.
Daily, after all we've been through.
I know, but you
Episode 38.1 or whatever, and
But that's pointless.
you finally got a
trivia.
computer, so you can fact check stuff as we go. I'm gonna say James Cameron is 62.
60.
Fuck.
Born on the 16th of August.
But with the beard there, he looks okay. He looks like, a healthy
When guys get
middle
older,
to older man.
when guys get older, they should just embrace their facial hair. It's just like you're growing a bit of a beard at the moment. You're keeping it very trim,
No.
but
What,
you're letting
I think
it grow.
what James Cameron
Looks
is doing
very
that a
good.
lot of other Hollywood
He's
actors
looking
are
good,
doing
people.
at the moment is this. What is it that you said? The hormone replacement therapy,
Mm.
where the head gets bigger and bigger. If you don't need to Google this, listeners, but you've seen Brad Pitt. Have you noticed how his head's getting like he looks like a meatloaf?
Well, let's hope he doesn't go the Angelina Jolie way
And I
and
was
just fucking cut it
thinking,
off.
Watching the Tom Cruise, the latest, is it the third trailer of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol? Tom Cruise's head is getting quite square and hamster chorly.
Yeah, but that's probably something to do with the Scientology. He hasn't removed all his daggers and demons.
A faintness.
Those souls are latching on hard to his head.
I've gone clear. Going clear next summer.
So yeah, James Cameron. Anyway, back to the thing. He's in a floral shirt, a Top Gear shirt. He's looking really underweight.
But
And he's-
excited. There's a glint in his eye.
Okay, right.
Were they
so,
Harley Davidsons?
Yes, probably.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, they probably paid a shitload of money to be in there. So, what do you think? Do you think he's saying this for reals, or he's been paid a bunch of money?
No, I think that he would come from... I think if it was shit, he would be incredibly critical of it because this is kind of his creation, it was his vision, even though he kind of borrowed the ideas from
Right.
previous stories.
I'll tell you what, why don't you go on the Terminator GenisYs IMDb page and see if James Cameron is a producer. I'm assuming he is because they're using his characters. But I'm
No,
just...
I don't... Yeah, but he said he had nothing to do with the making of the movie.
Yeah, he says that. I don't know.
I trust him. Why don't you trust him?
I just don't know why he's being so nice about it. It just doesn't seem. it
Maybe
seems out of
it's a
character
good
for him to be
movie.
that
I
way.
damned it from the initial trailer because I thought that looked
Yeah, but they've
shocking.
ruined it now.
Well, hardly.
Well, they
we
have.
knew what was going to happen.
Even in this, James Cameron has said, like in the first movie, the Terminator was like the ultimate bad guy, and in the second movie, the Terminator was kind of the father figure and the hero. And in this,
Is that your best James Cameron? You're
Yeah.
so bad at accents, dude.
I really am. Do you think?
Well,
Well, like 3 episodes back when we did the southern accent, you nailed it, and I fucked it completely.
do you know what's really weird though? Your southern accent
features?
previously is
I
great.
shot a Bigfoot last Thursday. and its features were quite Neanderthal. And I heard my buddy screaming in the woods, but he just shot a hog, and it wasn't a Bigfoot, and he was quite safe. See, I think to our ears, when we listen to the playback, my southern accents always suck.
No,
So anyway,
I think it can be great, but
Cameron, after saying the Terminator was like the bad guy, and then the hero / father figure in the second one, he then goes on to say, imagine, he's going, and now John Connor's the bad guy. And they flipped it on its head. What's all that about? John Connor is a Terminator, and by the look of it, he's got like nanobot technology. He's all like dust or like kind of like miniature insecty things.
Again, they kind of haven't. He doesn't look anything like Kyle. You wouldn't be able to tell that Kyle was his dad, would you?
Kyle.
That's the bit I didn't like. I didn't like Kyle, the guy that they've chosen for him.
No one likes this guy, Jai Courtney.
Jai.
Yeah, he's lacked something.
He's like a I don't know. He kind of looks a little bit like Ben Affleck to me, and I fucking hate Ben Affleck. Sorry for people that like Ben Affleck.
No,
he's just
Affleck's alright.
He's a bit podged. He's just a bit big. He's just
No, Jai Courtney reminds me, not because he looks like him or acts like him, but he's got that kind of like missing charisma that you need to be in films this big, kind of. The same way, and here's the James Cameron connection, because I'm always trying to steer this shit back into the waters of... back into James Cameron's waters. He's a bit like Sam Worthington.
Who's Sam Worthington?
The dude from Avatar.
Oh, okay.
He was in Avatar, but you're like, oh God, I wish this was someone fun you could root for and you actually liked him and a bit of charisma. And even if he couldn't act, he's got something special that you go, yeah.
Again, this Jai guy, he kind of just fades into the background.
Jai guy. That was my adaptation, although my...
Booty time.
Across the USA. Booty time.
Jai guy, you are gay.
Oh, you jumped out of it.
Yeah, but I went back to Terminator. I'm keeping it topical.
Also, like...
By the way, James Cameron had nothing to do with this movie.
Why couldn't they? Because the actors are still alive. Why couldn't they have got Bill Paxton and Brian Thompson and the other guy?
I say, not Bean. He looks fucking terrible.
No,
that was another final picture you sent me.
But as the three punks.
Oh, right, yeah.
He looks like the guy
yeah,
from...
they don't look good.
They look like Blink 182, but done by like... Not Blink 182. Who am I thinking of?
Green Day.
Exactly! They look like fucking
totally
Green Day.
Billy Joel.
Yeah, look at that dude in the middle. He looks ridiculous. And him.
He does.
He's not.
But the thing is, though, this guy that plays the middle punk that looks kind of like Billy Joel, but less attractive, and Billy Joel isn't that attractive anyway. It's like
Billy
an
Joel, hang on, stop. Billy Joel is in Green Day.
His name's like Billy Joel something.
Can we just stop the show? Are you asking me questions while you've got your hands on a keyboard with access to the internet?
This is all very new to me.
Oh
Ethan.
my God. James Spulner, can you send messages of hate to this girl? I'm just kidding. Yeah, Billy Joel is the piano
accent.
man from New Jersey.
Oh, so what?
Uptown
Green
girl.
Day.
She's been living in a Cameron Terminator world.
Billy Joel. Yeah, there you go.
Billy Joe.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
I've been waiting for you, Buddy
There we
Ray.
go.
Billy Ray.
But the guy that's playing middle punk that kind of looks like Billy Joel Green.
Fair enough. What?
He looks like a fucking old man with a really bad dye job.
Exactly.
So they didn't even get young guys to do it.
And my question is, in this film, Brian Thompson, who's the punk on the right in this has got a Mohican.
And it's
Brian
green.
Thompson's just got regular hair. Bill Paxton, who's the middle punk, has got like this blue spiky thing all over his head. They've gone for black hair. And the guy in the end is the only close approximation to the dude whose Terminator clothes he actually gets.
Well, maybe it's because James Cameron wasn't anything to do with the movie. Maybe they thought that it would, I don't know, maybe not be so cool if they did completely copy the looks, if they made their own slant on it.
Well, you have to copy the looks. This is, in a sense, the interesting part about this film is a bit like that it's Back to the Future too. In the sense they went back to the first film Back to the Future and kind of you re-entered that story in the film, but from a slightly different angle.
So why haven't they adhered to that with these punks?
That's what I just kind of asked you.
I know, but I'm asking your opinion. Why would they not have?
I don't know. I really don't. Because Brian Thompson, I think if someone rang Brian Thompson, his agent, was like, Brian, you knock off Schwarzenegger, you. It's been a while since Fright Night 2, hasn't it? 1988. Come on, dude. We need a job. Terminator GenisYs.
Well, they're keeping consistent in their inconsistency.
And he'd probably be like, I'll pay to be in that movie. Bill Paxton has been, I guess, the most successful of all the punks.
I think Bill actually still looks all right.
Exactly. So why couldn't you get Bill Paxton? Bill Paxton and Brian Thompson and the other guy. The other guy doesn't actually matter because you don't actually see him that well. He doesn't have lines.
In fact, he's probably the best looking one.
He's the one that looks most like the actual dude from the original film. And he's in.
And he's wearing pretty much the same clothes as well.
Yeah, I think the Brian Thompson Mac they've got on.
With the studded tie.
I think that might be right.
But you didn't have a Mohican though.
Yeah,
not like that.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, he kind of looks a bit like skin. You know when punks kind of went a bit political when it became less about the music. Well, no, there's loads of like proper like racist punk music out there, where all of a sudden it became all about like politics and less of actually the music.
Isn't the racist punk music, wasn't that Skinhead? You're not thinking.
Yeah, but they, some of them had skinheads, but some of them had these mad Mohicans and like the DMs, like the fucking
Dr. Martens,
yeah.
acid wash jeans,
yeah,
the bomber jackets.
This is like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
there's a mixture of punk from different times.
Exactly,
going on
it's
here.
like
I think that's what it is.
It's like a pastiche of punk for someone who's not done like any research whatsoever.
Punk through the ages.
And they had
like Arnold through the ages.
They had 1 hour to run over to the 99-cent store. And they were like, right, we've got a challenge. The first person
the
who can come
Walmart
back
challenge
with 3 passable punk outfits can be named as production designer on this thing. And they sent like 4 interns out to the 99-cent store and went,
he came back with a box of Just for Men.
Here's yeah, they spent all the money on dye. Went, fuck! And yeah, they were given $4, and this is what someone came back with. The other one just got hit by a car in the panic to get across the road. Yeah, the bike chain. Just, I don't know.
But we do have a kind of like a semi
this
naked
this punk thing
half
will
shot
be
of
the
Arnold.
thing that takes me out of the movie. It's just like, why couldn't you have got Bill Paxton and Brian Thompson? You've got the real, well, a CG Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, again, Schwartzy. Again, he kind of looks a bit weird, but that's because they have kind of done the CGI. And like I said, it reminded me of, how do you say it? Beowulf. I don't know. Well, is that a CGI Arnold? That's definitely a CG. You can tell there's either it's the eyes or the shape of the face, because Arnold doesn't look like that anymore.
No. Oh no, I know that. I think, and we'll check it in a minute as we do the next episode where we have to watch the film. We'll watch the start again. I think they've cut Arnold out from the first film and stuck him in a new background. I don't see why though. That shouldn't be just a scene from the first film.
But his eyes, they kind of look a bit glassy. That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of.
Do you know what they call that?
No.
When there's something CGI and it doesn't quite look real, it's called
fantasy.
See, this just happens every time. I'm in the middle of exclaiming the riddles of the universe, and you go, "Oh, can of beans." You say something at random. What was I going to say?
You
Are we
let
even
me
recording?
be myself.
Oh, we are recording. He let me be myself. It's called the Erie Valley, I think, or the Windy Valley. No, that's my nickname.
I was going to say, flatulence?
Erie Valley.
You might want to take out Billy Joel Green.
Yeah, get rid of that for me. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. This weird little sync here, get rid of it.
Basically, it's a term they use for computer-generated effects when they're trying to recreate something living and it doesn't quite work. And it's basically what they call it is I think it's called the Erie Valley. No, I take it back. It's called the Uncanny Valley.
Can we take it back?
Yeah, that's it. Creepy
Uncanny.
examples of the Uncanny Valley. And basically it's when there's that, they're trying to create something real. And it doesn't quite look right because we're so used to seeing things like human faces and stuff.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And
so is that how they shot Beowulf?
Yeah, if you're on your phone, you're on a commute, if you just open a new window or go onto Google and type in the Uncanny Valley, you'll see many examples of like creepy robots.
Oh, God, yes. This is like how they do all the new computer games now, isn't it?
Yeah, but like they're getting better, but it's just like that slightly bizarre, creepy...
horror movie.
Not quite real.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Katie the Fembot.
Yeah, Katie the Fembot from Binding
This
Wine.
website looks awesome.
Yeah.
StrangerDimensions.com. Check it out if you're into that freaky kind of robot shit.
So yeah, I don't know. I think they're getting past the Uncanny Valley. Should that be a CGI Schwarzenegger?
Maybe.
See, he looks at him. He looks
yeah,
at them both.
no, It does look really real, but there's just something.
That
but
bit looks
that
terrible.
Bit, yeah, when he
Yeah.
turns, that
That
looks
sucks
like a
a fat
computer
one.
game.
I think it's real. They may like transition to a CGI head when he turns around. He goes, "I've been waiting for you."
Oh god. And his leather jacket now has a hood on it. That's not.
Yeah. Also, my next thing is why in every.
That's definitely CGI.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
Sorry.
CGI. Why in every Terminator film? Why does always one piece of eye get exposed to?
I was
under the
about to
skin?
say he's head butted him and a bit of skin's come off.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen in the first movie. He at least took a few like.
But the
shots
old
for that to
Terminator, now
happen.
played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ. Who was he played by before? He was played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, the aging Terminator headbutts the younger Terminator. And we had this discussion a few episodes back, and I was like, who would win in a fight? And you were like, oh, definitely the older Terminator. I was
Yeah, I
like,
reckon the older.
wouldn't they be like humans? If like an older man fought a younger man?
Yeah, but the older he's got more experience. His balls have dropped lower.
So he'd be a better lover.
Oh fuck yeah!
He'd be gentler. As that giant...
These are the hands of a real man.
as that, what was it, 600-pound chrome combat chassis got on top of you. I'm gonna come. Go! I'm gonna go!
Oh god. So that's the punk scene that we're not too impressed with. Oh, and we've got another unimpressive.
Jai Courtney mixed with the Asian Terminator.
Yeah.
He's fine, he's just, I don't know.
I just don't see how. I don't know why they picked him. Is that to fill some kind of like politically correct quota?
Yeah, I
Are they
don't
trying
know.
to appeal to like lots
The
of
Asian
different people?
market. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know, because actually, God, what film is it? Transformers, other robot film. Transformers 4 was partially financed with Chinese money. So in the Chinese version of the Transformers movie, was a much larger scene where it's set in China.
Okay.
Whereas the one I think the one you see in the regular version, which is the US and the European version, there's like less China in it, but the Chinese release, it's got loads of extra stuff about China and hey China and da la la. So who knows? I don't know.
So maybe this was funded by the Chinese.
I think it's made by Sony, isn't it?
What, the movie?
Yeah, I think it's Sony. Yeah, who is this guy? What's his name?
Byung
Byung
Hung
Hun
Lee.
Oh, he's from G.I. Joe. I know him. Yeah, he was Storm Shadow. He was good in that.
Okay. He's born in 1970.
Yeah.
He's 5 years older than you.
Whoa,
Whoa.
God, good skin.
He looks incredible.
He looks incredible.
He must eat 10,000 bean sprouts a day.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Storm Shadow. Yeah, he was good at that. No, I don't know. He just seems like that. Maybe it's just the way they've shot him, or maybe the director.
The good,
wasn't
the
that
bad,
good.
and the weird.
The director's Alan Taylor, of course, who cut his teeth on Game of Thrones and stuff, and he made Thor: The Dark World, which, like the first Thor movie, is great
Yeah.
until they leave Asgard.
Until they go to Earth
The
and it
second
gets shit.
Thor movie is great until they go to Earth, and he's having this romance with Natalie Portman. It's so
Oh, that
dull.
annoyed me so much. She was so fucking lame. If
So,
you're gonna
yeah.
have a female protagonist, make her badass.
Jai Courtney.
Yeah.
You don't like him, do you?
No, I don't. I also don't like Jason Clarke,
You've
the
seen
guy
Avatar
that plays
though,
John
right?
Connor. Yeah, I've seen Avatar.
The dude in Avatar.
Yeah,
What do you think?
he was alright.
Bit plain though.
A bit plain, but better than Jai
How do you know? Have you ever seen his work?
in the trailer.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I just don't like the way he looks.
Well, he's in.
I'm a very, very kind of
He's in Jack
I'm quite
Reacher
judgmental by the way
with
people
Tom
look.
Cruise. Can we just click on Jai Courtney's IMDb? Because
Yeah,
I'm
of
just
course.
like clutching at straws, and like whoever's listening to this going, you got to talk more than saying one word every 20 seconds. Jai. Oh, great. I really think you need to throw this computer away.
It's just got a virus. I'm gonna clean it.
Whatever you click on, it takes you to like. what
It's
is
you.
that?
Every time I click on it, it's fine.
All right.
Let me
You
give it a go.
Click on.
No, you
Jai.
don't. Click on the name. There
Click
we
on the
go.
name. Okay, so no, he played Bruce Willis's son in A Good Day to Die Hard.
He's born in '86.
I know. He looks 50 years old.
Jesus, dude, you look younger than he does.
How dare you?
Yeah, but come on, you're like 10 years older than he is.
It's crashed anyway. So, how does this work? Because this dude is, I just don't know what to make of this film. Sarah Connor drives an armoured truck through the department store that Carl Reese gets his Nike Vandal shoes from in the first movie. Good call.
Good memory.
Good memory.
And the gargoyles that we just saw there.
Yeah.
Well, oh, I've got something to say about this part.
Yeah.
When Arnold
Explain
Schwarzenegger...
what the part is for the listeners, because they're not watching this.
Sorry. Although we should definitely put this link somewhere so that people can watch
We
it.
will. The link for this will be under the video, accessible mostly through the SoundCloud page. If you're on iTunes, find us on SoundCloud and we'll actually put the link for the thing we're actually talking about.
Sarah is driving the truck, which looks very similar to the truck that they drive when they're running away from the Terminator towards
And they
the end
crashes
of
the
movie.
helicopter in the back of the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she's driving that at high speed. She's just kind of like saved Kyle from the looks of it. And I think that's when the Terminator's in the back initially. But then we see him in the front of the car and she's explaining that she's trying to teach him to be a bit more human. Arnold Schwarzenegger looks back and does this smile. And as he smiles, it makes this really mechanical sound.
Oh, God, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, in the
And
trailer.
it's just like, it's like, well, that never
would you
happened
put that
before.
in?
I don't know. Really fucking weird, man.
Yeah, that was.
Do you reckon James Cameron was high when he
Also,
reviewed
this
this
scene
movie?
where they're in hospital gowns. Her and Carl Reese. Do you think they're in the nut house?
Oh, she does. Again, her eyes look a bit glassy.
Well, that's just Emilia Clarke, dear.
Maybe it's morphine. What's
No,
she
well, no,
doing?
because that's John Connor. Well, no, I suppose he does morph a little bit because he's like that morphing. Is that what you said?
Morphine.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not, you fucking idiot.
Jim Cameron.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to think that if James Cameron said a movie was good, I'd trust him. But again, I'm watching these trailers and I'm just thinking,
In the context of what James Cameron's saying there, they'd have to get him to
the
come in.
concept of the idea.
No, not the film itself. James Cameron actually doing this in the first place, bigging up this film publicly. He's obviously been asked to leave his house. He's had to drive somewhere. They filmed him, and he's gone, yeah, I like the Terminator. I actually made the first two films, actually. Did anyone know that? And like everyone just stares at him blankly because they're all like under 25. And he goes, oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, this new film, Terminator GenisYs, it's pretty good. I like it. Like, there's a bit with John Connor, who's now the baddie. He just ruined the film.
So do you think he's been paid?
I don't know. I don't know. It just seems odd that he'd come
His
out
pupils
and do
are
this.
really big. Maybe he's like on acid. That would explain the choice of shirt.
Oh my God. I think you've just cracked it. You just broke the internet.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think he's tripping balls, man.
He is tripping ball. I don't know. It just seems that out of character for him to do this. Like this, it's a bit like Richard Donner with Richard Lester when he took over to direct Superman 2, when Richard Donner had shot about 70% of Superman 1. No, he'd done all of Superman 1 pretty much. He was about 70% through Superman 2 and they fired him.
Why?
Because he didn't get on with Ilya and Alexander Solkind.
But why would you get that far through filming something and then fire them?
That was his argument.
That just doesn't...
He said it in an interview, like, if the film had been
In the
a
words
flop...
of Patrice, what?
He said if the film had been a flop, they probably would have made him finish the film, but because the film was a hit, he didn't get on with the producers, basically. He was asked to do this, like, mammoth script the size of a telephone director, which was broken into 2 films, which I guess then was unheard of, which they kind of do all the time now. They'd make a film, then they'd have 2 or 3 parts that are released a year apart. And he didn't get on with Ilya and Alexander Solkind.
Oh, look. So that isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. They have CGI'd his face on because on the IMDb cast... IMDb? Fuck. We've got young Terminator here, Brett Azar.
Has he got a nice
Oh my God.
Oh my God. He was a gay Terminator.
He was a gay... If you've ever been on eBams World,
He's
you
gay,
must
yeah.
have seen... He has
Trust
to
me,
be.
I'm a lifeguard. This dude's definitely gay. Not that that's bad, but like he's...
Jersey Shore Massacre. I
No,
have
but
to watch that.
He looks...
Point the
oh my
Guidos
God.
out. He is terrifying. So that's the body. So that's why the face looks CGI, because they've just
Yeah.
CGI'd Arnie's face over his. This
What?
just looks...
I'm getting this real 1970s.
No way is he... Who's that actor had the really weird shaped face?
Oh, Robert Dazar.
Yeah!
Robert Dazar, if you don't know who he is, if you Google him, his surname is D-Z-A-R, I think. Anyone of a certain age will remember Robert Dazar as he played Conan in Tango and Cash. He's all... Oh, no, of course. He was... he played Maniac Cop In the Maniac Cop films, Maniac Cop, of course, is played by Robert Lazar. What I was saying about Richard Donner, though, he still goes on to this day how they screwed him in the franchise. It would have been this beautiful set of films and blah-de-blah-blah, and they gypped him and they betrayed him and stuff. James Cameron has been kind of saying that about, like, I think Terminator 3 especially. Not, like, that vocally, but, like, saying they all kind of suck and blah-blah-blah.
But
It's just odd that he'd come out and say
this is
all
what,
this stuff.
Unless he is fucked on LSD, or he's been paid a shitload to make this promotional video.
This promotional video.
I agree with the fact that the movie, even though I haven't seen the fourth one,
Yeah.
I hated the third one.
Did you?
I really hated it.
Did you not feel like Terminator?
It was just bad.
Why?
Because there was nothing from the original.
The big action sequence with that kind of like train thing.
No,
No?
you need to have more than just big action.
Okay.
Like, the feel wasn't there. It just didn't ring true to me, either of the first two movies. I didn't like it. So James saying that was shit, and I'm assuming that the fourth
credibility.
one is then he's saying that this final one, actually, they've pulled it round. But I don't know. I'm just all kind of... Please Google Brett Azar. BRETTAZAR.
Yeah, the dude
have a
playing the
laugh.
fake
Jesus
past Terminator. All his pictures are all like very like...
It's the shape of his head.
No, it's not the eroticness, but like for sure, I've got this like 70s gay vibe, haven't I? He looks like a Tom of Finland character.
He looks like he could have been in the movie Cruising.
Yeah, for sure. He's got that 70s feel, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely. Either that or the music video
Yeah.
for "Walk the Night" by the Scat Brothers. You should
Walk
check
the
that out.
Night.
That's amazing. It's Ethan's favourite song ever. That and "Goodbye Horses."
Or Rock the Cradle of Love by Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
They've gone back for this thing that was in Terminator 3 though, haven't they? This like cracked glass like half circle that's been cut into the floor from the time travel.
From the lasers from the time travel.
My only issue with that, Eleanor,
Or electricity.
and they did it it's in Terminator 2 that like ball appears. I suppose so you don't like transfer back in time in the middle of a wall and die. So they create this like void around the Terminator or the person traveling through time, so they don't get cut in half by anything.
Surely it's just because it's like an extreme electrical current. And
No, Marty, you're not thinking fourth dimensionally. They discussed this in the Back to the Future films. If you travel back in time, you could like wind up crashing into a wall or appearing in a wall that wasn't there in the future but was in the past. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you knew that, right? That's why the thing appears around him when he travels through time. And there's that like thing that's cut, like the back of the truck's cut off in Terminator 2, and it's all like hot, like molten metal. You didn't
Like
realize
hot
that was the reason
molten
for it?
metal.
Because
No.
I look at you sometimes. You stare at me as I explain things. Sometimes like a dog that's been shown a card trick.
I'm just in awe. You've got a
Why?
lot. You got a lot of knowledge on this shit.
It's not knowledge. That's just in the film. Everyone knows that, right? But bringing it on to Terminator 3, I checked out when he went into the strip club. He's like, talk to the hand. I mean, that was
God,
like...
with the gay fucking
That was out of
glasses.
fashion in 2003.
Yeah, it was bad.
But anyway, in
Those
that,
joke
they
glasses,
introduced
so
this
bad.
kind of like molten glass thing because he appears in the desert and all the ground's red hot where the ball appears, the time ball. Time ball.
Time balls.
That sounds like a sci-fi original movie.
Spaceballs. Have you seen that?
What what would they call the Terminator on the Sci-Fi Channel if they made it?
Oh God, I don't know. The
Come on, we know that because it's like giant octopus versus mega shark and stuff. What would they call the Terminator? Robot killer? They'd state exactly what the thing was, wouldn't they?
wouldn't it be like future robots or
Future robot.
future robot,
Future hunter.
future bot, Fubot?
So anyway, yeah, this appearance of this like molten glass ball that appears around the Terminator when he travels through time. It appears obviously in this shot we can see of Brett Azar, a pit coming through time. Wouldn't you just burn the shit out of your hands and feet if it was that burning hot? I know it wouldn't affect a Terminator because he's a robot, but like all your hands would be burnt up.
It would be.
I'm in love. Anyway, let's
Thank
move-
God they didn't bring Carl back that way.
Yeah, Brett Azar.
Brett Thor. Yeah, the shape of his head is just really confusing me.
So moving on.
He doesn't look real.
Moving on to Arnie's wig. Why is Arnie wearing a wig in Terminator?
But at least in this shot, it's kind of like the silvery grey, as opposed to the... Actually, why is it in some scenes his hair is
It's
brown,
brown.
and in others it's like the silvery grey, which I think looks so much better.
Yes. But why is he wearing
Again,
a
Just for
silvery
Men
grey
must have made a
wig?
killing out of this movie.
Is the soy sauce condiments that Liam Neeson uses? Can we get some? Can we get some seaweed and rice to tease up Arnold's hair with condiments?
Oh god. No, I think you should have stuck with the silver fox look. It's a lot better. It kind of is consistent with the fact that he's a much older Terminator.
What do you think of John Connor being a Terminator now?
Do you know what? That's the bit that kind of makes me think it is kind of a cool twist. It is. I do like the fact that they've kind of turned it on its head, and obviously the one that was meant to save like the world is actually now part of the problem. I do quite like that, but I don't. Again, I think the actors that they've chosen for this film
Just don't sit
just
right for
don't.
you.
I think that's what's bothering me.
Okay.
The plot line
in the top? How many actors bother you in this film?
Well,
How
before
many?
it was
Three?
Jai, but
Five?
now it's fucking Brett.
Well, Brett, you don't see Brett. You just see Brett's body.
Brett's body. His body's, pretty impressive. I mean, he looks like he could probably have won Mr. Olympia a fair few times.
Or terminated a few asses.
Actually, dude, I think you would have been great at this.
What?
The scene where he's in like
You just see
the
his
ball
arse.
of flame. Yeah.
Just an arse coming through time.
Yes. So time bandits, bum bandits. Ethan has an amazing ass. It's called Shaniqua. I think Jai Courtney is probably my least favourite choice of actor in this. Although, like we've said, the punks are pretty fucking terrible as well.
Okay, so we've got Jai Courtney. You don't like the Asian Terminator
No.
because you're a racist.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Just 'cause he just doesn't look right. I think what it is, he doesn't look menacing. That's what it is. He doesn't have that intensity in his eyes that Robert Patrick had.
Oh, but he was. As soon as they saw Robert, they were like, "He's the guy."
He's the guy.
Yeah,
Also,
because he looks so intense, man.
Lance Henriksen-esque.
He does.
And Lance Henriksen was the original. Actually, no, he was the original choice for the Terminator. Then they went to O.J. Simpson, who, in a sense, became the Terminator in real life because he allegedly cut off his wife's head with a popsicle stick.
A popsicle stick.
So we've got Jai Courtney, Asian Terminator. Who else is in it? Problem for you in this film?
Jason Clarke again.
Why Jason? Have you not seen him in any films? He's quite good.
No, I haven't seen him before.
He's pretty good. He's in the.
Is he Polish?
Rock Poter.
Rock what?
Rot Poter.
What the fuck is that?
Rot Poter.
Yeah, what's that?
And there's Dot Poter.
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
two films that came out recently. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Rise
Oh,
of the Planet of the Apes.
okay.
The same with Return of the Jedi. You say Rog.
Oh, okay. I did you know that.
The geeks say Dot Poter and Rot
I'm not a
Poter.
movie geek though. You know this.
Okay. So, Asian Terminator, Jai Courtney. Who do we else? Jason Clarke. Why Jason Clarke? 'Cause he doesn't look like this rough-looking leader.
He doesn't look like he could save the world
I think my only issue with
or
him,
destroy the world.
my only issue really, he's a bit off, but I think the makeup, the scarring on his face looks.
He looks
really
like he'd be
bad.
better in finance.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people like him in my building at work.
Yeah.
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 And they're always dicks.
Yeah. No. Just.
He'd
I
look better sucking corporate cock than.
can't say that.
I can say
It's a
that.
family show.
It's not.
Ethan, more than two people need to listen to it to warrant a family.
Although our critical fans, I feel now are part of our extended family.
Oh, Floyd Malone. He's
Yeah.
he's bloody audio.
And Spoldner.
Spolner likes it regardless of the audio quality.
He does.
He just needs friends.
I love that he drives
So do
home
we.
listening to it every day. Keep listening, dude. We'll keep making them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who else is in this movie? What do you think of Emilia Clarke as Sarah Connor?
She looks.
She looks
very
like a less
much
hot.
like a less hot Linda Hamilton.
I'll
You
say a
don't-
less hot Miley Cyrus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but she looks like Linda Hamilton a little bit.
A tiny bit, yeah, but she's a little rounder faced.
How
Linda's
long have you been a spy, Harry?
about 17 years, which is probably the same length of
Do you
this
think
episode.
do you think when we run out of Terminator films, that
Never.
we should do?
They're
all-
quite clearly going to keep making them.
Yeah, but you can't wait
Every-
3
every-
years
every
before
decade.
Terminator Genesis 2. You'd have to fill the gap with like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Arnold. We're just rambling at this point. Are we actually bringing anything to the table?
No,
That's
we
like,
are. We're discussing which actors I don't like, which is basically all of them. Okay, I'm also having a look at the cast here.
I just think it's so odd.
Who's
they've
Tim?
shown John Connor to be
Who's Tim?
to Terminator. Matt Smith, who was is it one of the Doctor Who's.
No, but what I mean is, who was Tim in the movie?
Well, when they were making this, they thought Matt Smith was playing a physical manifestation of Skynet itself. A little bit like the way Helena Bonham Carter, this will blow you away, played that character in Terminator Salvation. She plays Skynet.
No.
Yes. Helena Bonham Carter played Skynet. Yeah, kinda.
I love her, but I just can't. No.
Well, you love her. You love Terminator.
Never the
Boom.
twain shall meet.
Well, the twain did meet. Twain away, Bonham Carter. Twain
Hello,
away.
motherfucker. So we've got a lot of the original things from the first and second movie.
A lot
in
of the shots
film.
are replicated.
How do you
and
feel about
repeated.
that? Do you like that they've done that?
Yeah, a little bit like Back to the Future 2. This is why it's probably the most interesting, because they go into the past and you see the film from a different angle. My only concern is all that you see in this trailer and this little like puff piece, this electronic press kit with James Cameron sucking the dick of this fucking movie, is that
Deep throating the absolute hell
we're
out of
only
it.
going to see this in the first few minutes of the film. Also, is this film set in that 1984? Because if it does, it doesn't look like it's set in 1984. They haven't
Well,
quite
no, it would
captured the
be.
1984
Would
look.
it be present day? It
Well,
kinda-
no, because she's late 20s Sarah Connor.
Oh yeah. Oh god, that smiling scene again.
But that means the Terminator that Arnold Schwarzenegger is now either came to help her in the 70s, I guess. And in this trailer, he is walking away with a young Sarah Connor in his arms as he walks away from like a destroyed cabin with a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
I'm
but
not
just-
Sherlock Holmes, but could he have
You're
just
not?
blown up that cabin, killed the parents, and went, I'm going to look after you now?
Totally. Again, the inconsistencies. It's
What, with my
rife.
Austrian accent? It's worse than your southern accent.
Keep them coming, dude. Just keep. Practice makes perfect.
Charlton Heston.
So good.
Soylent Green is made of people. People!
Actually, you're David Bowie.
David Bowie.
More from Labyrinth, though.
Hoggle, what is that thing around your neck?
Go back to your room.
Go back to your room, play with your toys, forget about the baby. High five.
That was awesome. Can we do one on Labyrinth one day? Yeah, that's amazing.
Why don't you do your own podcast on
Because
Labyrinth?
I'd suck.
Why?
Because
Well, you're not, because, you know, you've been a consistent bringer of the goods, I think, in the last 6 episodes, since we've been forced to work together, just us two.
I know.
Do you think the show's improved as a result of that?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Because we have good rapport.
Listen, we've ever listened to
Because
our
you
own show,
constantly give me shit and I
we
can
think
take it.
and we think it's funny. So
Oh god, I find it hilarious. I listen to it at work.
you actually,
I actually do.
we've got like
I never tire of "Don't say howdy, stranger, to me."
meow meow meow. So when I look at the metrics of the show, that 20,000 downloads is actually you,
Yeah.
just listening to your own show.
Again and again and
I
again.
knew you'd fudge the numbers, you
again.
fuck.
Fudge number. Number fudger.
Brett Azar as the fudge nudging Terminator.
Indeed. Are there any of the actors that upset you?
Well, just in general. I don't know. There's enough like bit part actors in this that we can give shout outs to when we get to this film.
Like Nolan Gross, who actually is
Yes.
the voice of Skynet.
Which, by the way, listeners, I think we're going to record early on. What we're gonna do? We're gonna watch the movie Terminator Genisys, which opens in July,
Yeah.
and
Twice.
we're gonna do a feature-length review of it. Which I kind of we ruined it by doing this episode. Maybe we
Not
should
at
release
all.
it. What, fumbling around in the dark? I don't know. And
Always
then,
in the
then
cinema.
We're going to do a 2-minute Terminator alongside doing the regular 2-minute Terminator for Terminator Genisys.
Oh my god, there's so much Terminator.
There is.
Eat, sleep, shit, Terminator.
So, oh god, look how many
Little metal nuggets.
little tiny acting parts of people in here.
Why aren't you in this movie?
Dude, I need just a better agent, I think.
Sort it out, man.
It's not that easy.
But you're good at what you do.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Your talk wheel was unreal.
It was.
It was.
In Arthur and Merlin, the Legend
In
Begins.
Arthur and Merlin.
Which is coming out shortly, listeners. Buy it, Spaldner.
Yeah, Spaldner, if you like what you hear now, don't buy the movie.
Fuck you.
He's going to play Lancelot in the next movie.
That's
And he's
what the
going to
ladies
fuck
call
your
me.
bitch.
So, Eleanor, do you need anything else to say? Actually, you know
I can't.
what?
I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this now.
I'll tell you what.
I am.
There's a scene at the end of this.
I can't
thing.
wait to just rip the fucking shit out of it.
There is a scene at the end of this film. Doesn't that look like the time displacement room equipment? Does that mean they go forward to the future?
It does. I'm also looking at this Terminator here, and he's kind of looking a bit like Paul Bettany in Age of Ultron.
He does look like Paul Bettany.
Mm.
Well, he looks like if Ultron and Paul Bettany had a baby.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Now
That-
that's a film I'd
Now
fucking
that is
take my
yeah,
money.
definitely take my money. the Terminators though, they look really fucking cool. I'll say that.
Which ones?
In the new movie.
The T800 ones. They got
Yeah,
that retro
they look
look
so
with all the
fucking
lasers
cool.
and the
Yeah.
neon lights. Looks
Yeah.
like a Gary Newman video.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking cool. I've been looking at the pictures online. I'm just like, oh man, I really want one of those busts, one of the heads.
Is this
one-
some
one-
kind of a bust? Yeah, it's very impressive.
But no, I'm actually. At first, I was just like, oh god, this is gonna be so bad. I can't believe I'm gonna be made to watch these movies. But now, I am actually quite excited because it's either gonna be good, which would be great,
Because
or
Mad
it's
Max
just gonna
wasn't
be
as
so
good as we hoped
fucking
it would
shit.
be.
I loved the new Mad Max movie.
Did you?
That was fucking awesome.
My only
I
issue with
loved
it is
it.
that everyone was making out like it was the second coming. And it actually wasn't.
Ethan lost his towel.
Off my head. Yeah, did you not
Owly
think
man.
do you not think you were perhaps missold goods?
No, I
the-
really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome, especially the dude on the rig with the flaming guitar. He was my favourite.
He was good.
If I could be anyone in that movie, it would be him. Even though I'd be
Tune in
dying.
next week for Mad Max Minute. No.
Max
We do too many fucking podcasts as it is.
Never. What would Spaldner do on his drives home? Listen to the
Maybe
radio.
we're keeping him alive.
Bieber.
Maybe we're keeping him alive.
I think we are.
You think so?
We're his Skynet.
No, but what if he's like, I don't know, if he's really down or something and like he was going to do it and then he was like, oh, I found, Terminator podcast.
If this is real, dude, you're going to feel real bad. All of a sudden, you're going to log onto SoundCloud
A
and we're going to have
Washington
lost
man was
a
found dead
listener.
today.
And you're going to be like, shit, what the fuck?
No, maybe he was like, if only
We'd get some press.
if only there was a Terminator podcast.
Well.
Oh my God, there is. Let me just put my shotgun down and take it out of my mouth.
Oh, God, that makes me think of that clip you sent me the other day of that dude killing himself that had AIDS.
You can't say that on air.
Why can't I?
You've got to put it in context.
Okay, so Ethan sent
No,
me...
what's the name of the person so they can Google it? Do you remember?
No.
Oh my God.
I don't remember names. I just remember...
Google man burns dog then shoots himself AIDS on Google, and it's basically I think it was in the late 90s, 1998. This guy had AIDS and he was protesting about I think how AIDS medicine is distributed and how people are treated, and then he does this like I think
It's like
he
a
was going to set
three-part...
fire to himself.
A 3-part suicide.
Yeah, and he messes it up completely, doesn't he?
Why did he kill his dog for a start?
Well, he puts like a banner out on the freeway so that the news helicopters can see it. This is why they actually stopped doing live, I think, news helicopter stuff. So he gets in his van, his pickup truck, covers himself in gas, and then the whole pickup truck goes and flames come out of it. And he's like, fuck this, and gets out of the thing and runs away. The caveat to the story is that he had a dog in there with him who, to be fair, wasn't that bothered about AIDS-related issues.
No!
And was just stuck in...
Unless he'd fucked his dog.
Yeah, but nevertheless...
That'd make me wanna kill
I don't think the
myself.
dog would be, like, upset. He'd be like, I still want to live. I still want to live. So anyway, he gets burned up and he's like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
on fire. Strips off all his clothes on the freeway.
When he's kicking off his shoes.
How embarrassing. And then he's like, I can't really come back from this, can I? I've just embarrassed the shit out of myself.
He then looks like he's about to attempt to jump off the bridge, and then I don't think the bridge is high enough.
So he gets a gun from the central reservation part of the freeway,
Yeah.
where he knew it would be stored. Maybe it was left there from a future self. That's how he knew.
Maybe that's Kyle. Maybe that's how.
And then he just like bends over and puts the gun in his mouth and just gives himself a flip top head.
Yeah, literally.
It's pretty bad.
It's fucking. It is pretty shocking, but here we are joking about it.
Yeah. So, but that's not Spaldner.
No, that's not. God, please don't do it, Spaldner. Reach out. We're reaching out to you now.
Reach out.
Stick with us, man. We've got so many Terminator movies to do.
He'd have switched off by now. You know, we've been doing this for 50 minutes.
I know.
What the fuck?
Time flies when you're having so much fun.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed this. Have you enjoyed this?
Yeah. It was a left field episode.
It was.
And it's, yeah. No, it's good. James Cameron likes the new Terminator film.
I know, shocking.
I think it's all horseshit, but we'll see. Come on, it's not Ellie. Before we wrap up, it's not going to be a good film, is it?
I'm going in with an open mind.
No, all right, but it's not going to be Terminator 2. That's
No,
one
it's
of the,
not. Of course it's not.
Just the best Terminator film, one of the best films ever made.
Yeah, but I love 80s movies. So
Do you?
nothing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
really, really do.
Yeah, well, I like your philosophy on that because like Terminator 2 is obviously 1991.
The first movie isn't.
You bellend.
No, the first movie isn't. You knobhead.
We were talking about Terminator 2. Don't try and
What
wriggle out of it
what
with your legal
podcast are we
mumbo
doing?
jumbo. Terminator, 2-minute Terminator.
Yeah. On what movie?
Well, this episode's Terminator GenisYs. Do come in. You're not getting out of this one, hop along.
Dude, I'm saying I love 80s movies.
Yeah.
It started in the 80s.
There's only one
84.
80s Terminator movie. The rest
Yeah,
are
I know.
90s and
But that's where
aughties.
it began.
And now we're in the teens.
I know.
31 years. And they're still... All right, think. If a film comes out this year and then someone told you from the future went, do you know they're still making sequels to this 35 years from now? You'd be like, oh my God, what a fucking boring future we've got. Has anyone got any fresh ideas? Do you not think there's this like recycling of franchises?
Oh yeah, but they do it all the time, and remakes as well.
Let's imagine, like, it's the mid-90s and you're like a little kid and there's a film you like. No, all right, scratch that. Let me rephrase that. Let's imagine they made a film in the 60s and they're going, oh, there's a sequel to it. It's coming out now. And you're like, from a 60s film?
You mean like Alfie? Even though it's not a sequel, it was a remake with Jude Law.
Yeah, but like, like any kid growing up now, like, is Star Wars a thing for them? But they're like, oh, there's a Star Wars film coming out. And it's like a film. It's nearly 40 years old.
Yeah, that is nuts.
And they're making a sequel.
But I understand what you're saying, but with some of them, it does kind of show that they, stand the test of time.
You say that because you're old enough to have had them in your life, I suppose, as a kid. But a kid who was born after the 2000s, they're making sequels to a film from 40 years ago. It's just like...
I do agree with you. It's
the
a
no
bit
original
fucking
idea.
weird.
So Terminator 1 is 31, 32 years old. And they're making it the 5th sequel to it.
I remember you
with the
saying
same
actually,
guy.
I remember you saying about Avatar as well, about how that's just like a rehash. I actually think that Avatar is a lot closer to Fern Gully, which is probably one of my favourite like cartoon movies, and that's pretty fucking.
Well, it's
old
a mix
as well.
of Fern Gully and Pocahontas, isn't it?
Yeah.
The same way everyone went after Chappie, saying it was a shit film, and actually
Chappie was awesome. I
It was
actually
a
really
good
liked
film.
it. Apart from fucking Diane Wood. Oh God, you were playing that music earlier. I think that's what put the bad juju in me. No. She's pretty cool. She's pretty freaky, but just it's like hamsters on speed. It's just bad.
And who doesn't love them? So yeah, Floy Malloy. Hopefully we've messed with our audio levels. If you've listened to
You
this
may have
far,
been
well
stuck
done.
in traffic, so
This is-
thank fuck we did a really long episode.
This is like the Easter egg at the end of the end of the show when we've mentioned Spaldner, Floy Malloy, Josh from Twitter.
Joshy with your dolphin picture.
Your
What's
dolphin
that
picture.
about?
What
Please
was
don't
that
tell me
about?
you fucking love animals.
Maybe he's Miami Dolphins.
Hey, how about those dolphins?
Spaldner's Washington Redskins. Actually, there's a big controversy on that, isn't there? Even though we're English, it shouldn't really matter because it's...
I know nothing of these matters.
Well, everyone's saying you can't call them the Washington Redskins anymore because it's racist.
Oh my god, yeah. But actually, that really fucking annoys me.
Right.
I think Rita Ora, like last summer, like went to some festival and she had like a red Indian, like headdress on, and she was panned for being racist. And it's just like, why is that racist?
It's just an Indian headdress.
Yeah, and if anything, let's say she was doing it to celebrate their culture.
To raise awareness.
Why is that a bad thing? Why is...
Because she's not Indian
Just
herself.
this world of fucking political correctness gone mad. I was thinking today I'm going to start a blog and it's going to be about how I fucking hate how everything's become just so PC and everything's red tape on everything. And yeah, I think I might call it tarred and feathered.
Well, before you do that, you need to sign off from this podcast.
I know. I've had so much fun. I just never want it to end.
Actually, you know what? Should we just go the extra 6 minutes? And
Can
do the
we
hour?
please?
Let's do the hour.
Oh, please.
Let's do. Yeah,
It's been such a long time.
Oh, please! It's been such a long time.
It's Labyrinth again.
James Cameron, co-writer and director.
James Cameron, co-writer and director of the Terminator and Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Oh no, you did it wrong. You're like Judgment Day. You need to go down on every word.
Oh
like that.
shit!
Oliver Harper's film retrospectives.
Who I initially used to hate, but now I kind of love it.
Well, I think some of the things James Cameron recognises that he mentions in this.
If he's a Terminator, okay, so we're looking back
Maybe
at the
he's
trailer.
not. All right, maybe he's not a Terminator in this. Remember. Okay, this is how the film is going to play out. This is how the film is going to start with the time displacement equipment. James Cameron designed this. This was actually going to be the start of Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Okay.
They were going to send the Terminator through. I think that is this scene. So this will happen at the start of the film, I think.
So is this when John's a human?
Actually, you know what? I'm wrong.
Whoa.
The reason being, see all this curly wall thing with all the whole things in it. Like this is the time displacement.
The curly whirly.
Didn't we just mention 5 minutes ago that Arnold Schwarzenegger, the old one, is fighting the young and
Yeah.
fighting John Connor in that very same room?
Yeah, we did.
So maybe it's bookended with this scene. I don't know. And when they get to the end scene, the real John Connor's dead, and he's been replaced by that weird Skynet Terminator thing, nanobot thing, that looks like Paul Bettany.
It's just the Matrix, man.
It's just a franchise that needs to go away.
But the point I was going to make is if he's a Terminator, why has he got some fucking fiddly little earpiece? Surely he'd be able to hear everything.
Well, the same
Logged
way the
into a
thing you'd
computer.
want to fit in and stuff. Remember,
What, with that face? Like I said, he
Alright,
looks like he
no.
should be fucking directing a friend's
you
fucking
can't
life.
say what equipment they're using. They're this ragtag bunch of people, like the rebels
Ragtag,
fighting this like
jazz
giant totalitarian icon, political evil.
What do you
machine.
think about him being John Connor?
Don't like it
Why?
because he doesn't look like a manly man. Having said that, I think all the John Connors haven't quite hit. When I remember one of my earliest memories of Terminator 2, when I saw it, was like, ugh, he doesn't look like John Connor.
He looks like James Cameron's fucking...
No, but the guy in the second film who doesn't have any lines, he's just looking steely-eyed across the battlefield with his like binoculars. Then he puts his binoculars down. They got the scar good on that, I think.
Yeah.
But like, he didn't quite look right to me either.
No.
So I don't. What is John? I don't know what he's meant to look like. But yeah, this guy does look like he should work.
I imagine
for
John
Bank of
Connor
America.
would... Because with Kyle, the original Kyle, Bean, good old Bean, he's kind of like... You don't look at him and think, oh yeah, he's really hot, or like, he's not like crazy attractive. But you look at him and you're kind of like, he looks a bit rough. He looks like he could take care of himself. He's not bad looking.
He could protect
He's-
me.
Yeah, exactly. He can protect me. A lot of men try to grab me.
But you don't love me.
Ugh. But you know, he kind of has this like likable kind of aura about him. He looks like the right part, whereas this guy just there's nothing draws me to him. If anything, I'm
You've
just
just
like,
talked about Carl Reese, played by Michael Biehn, and likened him to this guy playing John Connor. Bull.
well, that's meant to be his son.
Yeah.
You'd think that they'd want him to kind of look maybe kind of
Oh
rugged.
no, they never do that in films.
Well, they should.
Why?
Well, because consistency makes it more real.
Look, if they're not going to bother getting three punks to look not even anything like, not only anything unlike the actors in the fucking first film, not even dressed in the same, is ridiculous, quite frankly.
And yet they're trying to draw.
They may as well
on-
have got three. They may as well have got for the
They
three
might as well put
punks.
me in it.
No, they should have just got three rabbis. And gone, hey, nice night for a walk, eh?
And one of them should have been Krusty the Clown in cartoon.
Just anyone, but like a rabbi looks closer to Bill Paxton than the three dudes they've used in this fucking film. with the curly sideburns and the giant
And just
furry
think,
hat.
we're going to get to see that on a massive screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the help of the listeners, if you want to donate through the Patreon page at ethanmckinley.com/Patreon,
You can buy Ethan's popcorn.
you can help us pay to see this movie. I was going to say shitty movie. I shouldn't say.
No,
it,
you shouldn't say
it
that.
Could be good. I think it's going to be so bad it's good.
Yeah?
Because I don't mind the fourth one. Everyone says the fourth one's shit. I think the fourth one's actually all right. Even though it doesn't really have some of the imagery, at least they've kind of captured the classic Terminator imagery for this.
Well, the test will be, was James Cameron laced with acid when he gave this review?
Going by the shirt and the dollars pouring out of his top pocket, I would say
I would
yes.
say, yeah. The chances are pretty high.
They came with $4 in quarters, and he cupped his
cupped
hands.
his
He cupped his motherfucking hands, and he took all the money. You cheap bastard, Cameron. Anyway,
And on that note,
yeah,
we've hit the hour mark.
we've hit the 1 hour mark.
I never thought this would happen.
And I think weirdly, because of the title of this show, this will be another of the most popular shows, just like the
Don't say
Terminator.
that. Don't say that. Don't say
It will
that.
be.
Don't-
It'll help
don't
direct
jinx
traffic
us.
to the show.
Which hopefully Spaldner was in, so that he has had time to listen to this whole podcast.
We should start mentioning him because he's going to think he's the only listener, which he is.
No, but we love him.
We love you.
We love you.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, man. We've got so much to
There's going to
give.
be more episodes, we promise.
And don't kill your dog either.
No, don't burn the dog.
Choose one method and stick to it.
So yeah, sorry if you were expecting episode minute 1 minute.
Episode
Oh
38.
Why can I never do this?
I don't know. Because you're an actor, not a mathematician.
The 1 hour 16 mark of 2 minute Terminator.
Episode 38.
Yeah, because
That's what it would have
you're
been.
desperate to not. We think about those 2 minutes. They will be here tomorrow with episode 38. And
Please
this
come
is,
back.
Yeah, this is episode 37.1. You know, actually, scratch that. I'm just going to call it 00 because it'll appear in the feed. I don't want to mess up the bloody numerology. It will just confuse
0
listeners.
0. I like it.
00. All the bonus episodes are called 00.
Okay.
Spaldner, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll be back. The evolution of Arnold. I don't understand. Sarah Connor. Looking forward to it. 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 Forward to it.